Okay, this is going to be an instructional video about how to create a scavenger hunt or an escape room in Google Slides. So there's two ways to get to Google Slides. You can use the apps menu here on one of your Google tabs. Slides is usually right up at the top, so you can click there, or you can go to your Google Drive, click New, and Google Slides comes up there. So I am going to go back over to the new tab. I'm going to click in my apps. I'm going to choose slides, and a blank slideshow is going to appear. Well, I guess I have to choose, but we're going to choose blank because we want to make our own. Now, I like using Google Slides for this because it allows me to do several things. For one, I can pick different themes, and I can pick different fonts. I can also have some matching. I can also have it do self-grading. So you can have self-grading also in Google Forms, but sometimes it's a little bit more challenging to do it in slides because you could actually link slides to tell you whether answers are true or not, and then they have to continue to try. So you would want to title your presentation. So for instance, if you want to do one over volume, you would just type that in here for your title. That's just for your slideshow. Now the actual title you have on this page is completely up to you and what you want your title to be. So maybe we just want volume of cones. Just want to type whatever you want. So if you want volume of cones, cylinders, and spheres, etc., you could type that in here. All your fonts are up here. So you can choose different kinds of fonts. This is where you size them, bold, italic. The other benefit of slides is you can make them a lot more presentable or put a lot more features in there than you could in a Google form because you can use your shapes and then you can change all of those. You can use text boxes, drag and drop features. You can link videos. You can put pictures in. So Google Slides offers you a lot more options as far as what kind of things you can put into your slides and how people can use them. Okay, so I've titled my volume of cones, cylinders, and spheres. I'm right here. I might want to add maybe what the directions are, the expectations are going to be. This is also a great way to take problems like from your CPM book and use those as challenge problems for your people who are going to be using this. I'm going to use one I already have made in paper form, but I want to put it in virtual form because this is something I might want my virtual students to be able to do. So the nice thing about that is everything I have is included. So that's the nice thing about using your CPM book. You can take pictures and problems out of there and just put them into slides. So the first thing, I might want to change my title, I guess. But see, this one already has my shapes and my answer choices in here. So I'm going to use this one because it's going to allow me to show you how to put shapes in and then how to link slides. So the first thing I'm going to do is I want to do a screenshot of this cone here. Probably, I think I can remove that background once I get it to where I need it. So you have a different screen capturing option on your Chromebooks, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get rid of those words right now. So I'm going to copy, and then I'm going to go back to I'm going to add a slide, and I'm going to put it in this slide. So I'm going to paste it in here. And this slide I might title is just problem 1. Okay. And then maybe right there, then that's when I type in the directions for the problem, which would be find the volume of the cone. Now the other kind of fun thing about this is, see, I have this click to add text box, so I can make this text box bigger or smaller. I can move it around, obviously. I'm going to move it so it's smaller over here. And this is where I'm going to put in my answer choices. So I need to go back and look at see what my answer choices were. So I'm going to type those in. I'm just going to make some up. Okay. So then say for this one, I know this isn't right because I'm just guessing the answers. But say that I know that C is going to be the answer, but I want them to do their own work. So the other thing I want to make after I've made one problem slide, then I want to make a slide that says either oops, you're wrong. So maybe in here I'm going to put oops. I made one slide that says oops, try again. And then I would make another slide. I'm going to add a slide here. That's going to be my yay, you are correct. Okay, so these are just very generic. Obviously, you would want to put some color in your slides and those kinds of things. You would want to format backgrounds. But then to link, so say that C is the correct answer. I'm going to highlight the answer for C. I think I want to highlight, I want to highlight all C. And then I'm going to hit the link button here. And when I pull that up, I want slides in this presentation. And if that's the correct slide, then I would choose slide 4. And then I'm going to hit apply. Now for these others, for A, B, and D that are incorrect, I'm going to hit the link button. I'm going to go to slides in this presentation. And then I'm going to go to slide 3 because that's my oops, you got it wrong slide, and apply. And that's what I'm going to do to B. And D. Okay, so now I have these answers all linked to either whether they're right or wrong, so they're able to self-grade. Now when we go to present, when I put this in present mode, when I choose 6, it tells me, oops, I gotta try again. So then I have to go back, and you'll want that to take it back to, you'll have to link that then back to this slide. But then when I go to the correct answer, it says, yeah, you are correct. And then you would want to put a graphic on here to link you to the next slide. So it does take a little bit of work, but it's fun to do. To change your background color, you're just going to click change background, and this is where you could use colors. I like the gradients because they're a little bit more interesting to look at. And you could make each slide a different color. You could use different shapes in there to highlight. Maybe you want to put this on a top of just a shape. So maybe we want to set that on top of a circle. So we'll make our circle like this. Maybe change its color right here to green. And then maybe I want to set this on top of there. And then I'm going to have to go to arrange and order. And I want to bring that to the front. And then I can see, so now I've just added some text or some visual features to my slideshow that makes it more interesting. So you need 10 to 15 questions. You'll have more than that of slides because you'll have to use these slides here. But you can copy and paste these slides in between each correct or incorrect answer slide, so then you don't have to remake them all the time. You can also copy and paste this slide and just change the content, and then you'll have to relink these to whatever slide you want it to go to. So that is a brief summary of how to create a scavenger hunt in Google Slides.